Generic greetings and welcome to Cobalt Core. Today's beverage is a very nice Tango Dark Berry, very carbonated indeed. So welcome to Cobalt Core. This is a sci-fi spaceship deck building roguelike, which is a bit of a mouthful to use. Admittedly trite, however, I think fairly accurate comparisons. Think FTL via Slay the Spire. Now, I have played and displayed this on the channel in the past when it was in its demo form, and even at the time I was very, very excited on what the full game was going to be, and after playing this for about maybe 6 hours, I'm fairly confident that it's utterly brilliant. So let's just jump in and I'll show you a little bit of the game. I'm going to go to continue. This is loop 5. It has a narrative and a mechanic where you basically have this time loop going on, whether it be pass or fail. You have a time loop and you're trying to do something. The something is A, something I don't want to spoil, and B, I'm not entirely sure of just yet because you unlock bits of the story as you do the different runs. So narratively, it works there. Anyway, in terms of your ship and the crew, you've got a couple of crew to select. So you start with Dizzy, Riggs, and Perry, and they have like a class. So Perry's like the weapon officer, you've got Dizzy who's the science officer, etc. And they just give you different cards. So it could be movement cards or weapon cards or shielding, or for example Isaac, which we're going to run here, is the engineer who uses like missiles and drones. You start with the Artemis. The ship is one of 5. I would have thought maybe more ships and more crew, but maybe I've just been spoilt with the likes of FTL. But you do have different variations in these as well. So, you know, I think there's enough, but I am sadly that guy who goes, I just want more. When something's good, I do say, more of this. But anyway, we're going to go with the Artemis because I haven't unlocked the other ones. You have to play on hard mode or win on hard mode, unlock certain artifacts, run without the basic crew, and the last one is, win 10 runs. I've only done 2. Normal, hard, harder, or hardest mode. Yeah, I think we're going to stick with normal for the video, and we're just going to start the run. So, this is cat.exe, system time corrupted, please select boot options. So we have option to remove a card and then gain 3 common cards, remove 2 cards, or gain a random rare card. We're going to say a random rare card, and that's give us a hand cannon, which is X equals the attack value with the amount of cards in the hand. So we can do a big hit if we've got a full deck. So Riggs, wow, cry sweet migraine, computer tea, cold, ice and sweetness levels. Whoa, that worked. 50% ice, 200% sweet. Great, go and make it yourself. Okay, the one to beverage is what I'm hearing from that. So the way the game works is you have, by default anyway, 3 energy, which is what you will spend on playing these different cards. So you've got things like a block shot, which is 1 energy, and it will fire and give you a temporary shield. There's permanent shields and temporary shields. Temporaries go they last until the end of the turn. You've also got Scramble, which gives you evade, which you can then move the ship left and right. That's what I think is a really interesting mechanic in the game, is that you can have this maneuvering. So even though it's it's just a 2D plane, you're shifting things around. The opponent will shift around, and stuff in the middle, like missiles and drones, will also be moving around. In terms of our opponent, they have 8 hull and 4 shield, and they are going to shoot down this lane here. So I do have 1 evade, so I can move to the right-hand side and they would simply miss. That is an option. Or I can take the hit. We'll take 1 off the shield and then 1 off here. Firstly, I'm going to go with draw shot because you fire 1 and you gain 2 cards. So we'll do that, and then we're going to use probably a block shot like so, and obviously it's firing from this cannon here. These layouts can be they can be randomized. There's a guy in the solar system, or the system, I don't know actually what it's supposed to be. Anyway, the main map, you can go there and they will just shuffle the ship, so the gun goes on the left and whatever. Anyway, we're going to use an attack drone, which is going to come out the drone bay, and it's going to sit in the center here. So that is pretty much sorted. If I stay where I am, this guy's going to fire and hit my wing, which is going to do 2 damage. So I'm just going to scoot to the right hand side, so they're going to miss, and we'll end the turn. So the drones will fire, they will fire, and then that's the end of that. So, and they're not firing this round. They've got their cockpit, which is going to apply a status effect to itself, and we've got Missile Blade, which is going to raise their shield. So they're going to do something. I mean, the obvious choice is to do a drone attack, which is to put another 2 drones out, or we could use hand cannon and do 4 damage, but obviously we're not in arc, we're just going to miss. So I'm going to use a drone. I'm going to go energy surge, which is a permanent shield and a temporary shield, and then for the last energy, another shield. So we're just preparing for the next turn, and the drones are still going to deal damage. And there we go. So they've powered up a bit. They've got power drive. Add 1 damage to all attacks. Okay, that might be potentially an issue. So 3 damage coming in. I'm going to go draw shot again, and we've been given a parallel shift, which is drone shift to the right hand side, and so it'll shift the drones to the right, and it gives me a drone shift, which is so I can maneuver them about. Well, what I'll do is I'll do a block shot first, which is going to do a bit of damage and give me a temporary shield. Then I'm going to shift these to the right, and that's going to give us the drone shift again. So it evades for moving your ship, and then there's the drone shift in the middle. I don't know about moving the opponent. I think there are some cards that do that. Anyway, end the turn. So I will cause 2 damage, take some damage, but not too much of an issue. I mean, it's... It would be nice if I could fire that hand cannon. That would actually kill this guy, would it? Yeah, hand cannon, there's a lot of damage, and then a draw shot, and then that is it. That's the Seceda drone gone. So we get to pick a card. We've got 3 common cards. We've got Shield Drone, which is one of Isaac's, so it'll launch a drone that gives us shields. We've got a Duke card, which is part of Riggs's deck, and it moves us 3 spaces in a random direction, and then Stun Charge, which is from Dizzy, and the next shot will stun. I'm going to pick that because it's quite useful. So this is our zone, the Lazuli Nebula, and we have to get to the end. That's standard affair really for this sort of genre. So we can go for a random event, we can go for an opponent, and we can go for a repair yard, and well, I'm gonna do that. The reason for that, so hey sup, can I get you anything? We can fight me. That's not an option I've seen before. We can remove a card, or we can upgrade a card. I'm going to go with upgrade a card, and I'm going to upgrade the attack drone, and we can either get... This is where, again, a lot of contemporaries will just give you a better version of that card, whereas now we have 2 options. We have attack drone A or B. So the first one will unlock a attack drone Mark II, which is going to do 2 damage as opposed to 1, or we can get attack drone B, which is launch a drone. It still only does 1 damage, but it has a bubble shield, so it can take 1 hit. So that could be 10,000 damage or 1 damage. It just takes the shield off. I'm going to go with attack drone A to cause 2 damage. Okay, so rad. Let's go with this one here. This is Sunshine Heavy Industries. Hey, I have this extra scaffolding lying around. I think it would look great right in the middle of your ship. Also, great tax write-off. Add an unshootable scaffold to the right of the middle of the ship. This is what I'm on about, like customizing the ship. No thanks. No, I'm fine for that. Let's go over to this one. Cleo, how's the ship running? Oh, as good as it can be expected, by which I mean bad. I do think the writing's fairly sharp and on point. We're going to upgrade a card again, and we're going to upgrade... Oh, what do we want to upgrade? What would hand cannon upgrade to? That would be draw... Ooh, so this one would be draw a card, and then... interesting. So it's draw a card, then figure out how many cards there is, and then fire. Whereas this one, it costs a bit more. However, you do 2 times whatever's in your hand, but it's also discard. This is an exhaust card. I'm not really bothered about either of those. And, another good choice, well, you can check what you're going to upgrade and then go back. You don't have to accept that. Draw shot's always a useful one. And I am going to go with draw shot B. 2 damage and draw 2 cards. It's just a nice little upgrade. So we now have the option for a common enemy or unusually strong enemy encounter. Yeah, we'll go for that one. Oh, okay, this is Spike. Hey, give me your money or gold. Is this your first stick-up? I love the expression on cat.exe. Yes. Okay. So we have an opponent which is going to do... What are they going to do? Missile Bay. Going to apply status effect to itself, and the cannon is going to raise temporary shields. So basically, what we want to do is deal with this ship in a very aggressive manner, because the wing in the middle... It's called wing, yeah. And the one next to it, the missile bay, they're both weak, so they take 1 more damage. So we have 3 energy. I think we're going to do draw shot B, which is going to do 2 damage, but it's going to cause 3. We're going to draw more cards. Then we're going to do hand cannon, which is then 6 damage. So that is, as open as go, pretty amazing. What's it got now? Temporary payback. Whenever this ship is hit, temporarily shoots a 2 damage attack. Ah, so if I shoot it, it's going to fire back. Okay, what is the other option? It's also going to give me a card. Yeah. Okay, well, I could stop it. And the way I could do that, well, I could either move out the left, so when I shoot it, it's gonna fire back and miss, or I could go scramble, stun charge, and block shot, and basically stun the cannon, so it won't do that fire back. Is that the way forward? Yeah. So scramble. We're gonna move 1, 2, stun charge, fire. Oh, it did fire back. I thought stunning it would stop it, but I guess the ability does not. But the main cannon shell isn't going to come our way. Okay, fine. So, let's just give us a card, apparently. And safety override. On draw, immediately attack for 1 damage. Alright, interesting. So, we have to probably use evade. I'm going to evade a couple of times to there. Draw shot, and we'll get our drawn out, which is going to do 2 damage. So, there we go. So, they're now starting to lose a fair bit of health. I'm fairly confident that if we would fire, would that kill it? It would not kill it, and we would suffer 2 damage back. Not that that's necessarily a problem. What I'm going to do is go energy surge, then fire for 3. No, because then it'll fire. Then it'll hit us back, won't it? You know what? I think we're just best ending the turn. Just takes off our shield. Oh, it fired twice. Oh, because the drone hit it. Yes, okay. So we've taken a bit of damage, which is suboptimal, but I'm just going to fire and blow it up. So that was a harder opponent. Pick a card. We've got Fleetfoot. So this is Hemi's Boots. Whenever you move 1 further. Okay. That could be a bit of a problem. Duke or Vamoose. Immediately move 3 spaces in a random direction, gain 4 evade, and then exhaust it. That's just, I need to get out of the way type of card. I'm going to pick that one because it seems interesting. So we got an artifact now. So we got a Photon Condensor from Dizzy. All Dizzy card damage deal +1 damage, but they don't have any damage really. Okay, we've got Adaptive Plating. +1 max hull and heal 1 every time you defeat a boss or an elite. That's pretty good. Or a Fracture Detection. One random enemy part is made brittle. Okay, but it's not brittle until it's damaged. I'm going to go with probably the Fracture Detection. Why not? Okay, so we get another artifact. We've got a Gravel Recycler. Gain 1 temporary shield every time we destroy an asteroid. Or the Dizzy artifact that we've seen before. We're going to go with that one. And over to an opponent again. And, oh, right. So this is cool. This is Wizbo on the tower ship. And it just is a wizard's tower. How strange. It's also causing heat build-up. Right. So, what we're going to do, we're going to go with, I think, well, Draw Shot is useful. I'm fairly confident it's going to be these 3 cards in a row. So Draw Shot, we'll just see what it gets. Oh, this is brittle. Oh, in that case then, we are going to do another shot, and then it's going to attack us 2 back. I'll just launch the drone, because we can suffer that damage. And there we go. So it's already on half health, but it's going to do... Oh yeah, okay, it's doing this cockpit thing. It's going to do, I think, a lot of status effects and probably loads of heat, actually. But anyway, what we're going to have to do is... I'm going to use Stun Charge, and I'm going to stun that one. So that's not going to do whatever that was going to do. We're going to go with Basic Block to get some shield, and a Basic Dodge just to start powering up our evade. End the turn. Drone will miss, sadly. And, oh yeah, it's just putting heat on us and toxic and all manner of status effects. We're up to 3 heat, which is, if you get excessive 3 heat, it's, well, it's fairly bad. You just start taking hull damage. I think we can kill it this turn, you know. I think we can just go 1, 2, and then there we go, double damage because it's really weak. And job done. So we've now got more cards. We've got Shield Surge. Ooh, a Repair Kit. Launch an object from the missile bay. Destroying it will heal the destroyer's hull for 2. So if the opponent destroys it, they'll get healed as well. Okay, we're going to go with Repair Kit. And over to a bigger fight. This is Drake. You guys still looking for a fight? You came to the right place. And, right, Drake, how we're gonna how we're going to deal with this. Don't we have an asteroid destruction solution system? Yes. When I destroy an asteroid, like in front of us there, we will gain a temporary shield. All right. Well, I can only move one. I want to be able to... What do I want to do? You know what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do is I'm going to shift... If I go... drone, shift over, and then repair kit. For next time, I'll be able to hit that. Hopefully. So they're not moving, which is good. But I'm going to go scramble, move over, shoot that. We'll heal some of that up. End the turn. We're not in any rush particularly. Oh, now it's coming over to us. So the asteroid's going to block one. And, I mean, I'm tempted just to... I'm genuinely tempted just to shoot it with the hand cannon. But I will take two back. Hand cannon and shield surge. End turn. Okay, bit of heat, so it's applying a status effect of heat when it fires. Let's go for a stunning attack, like that, and I'll end the turn after playing the extra evade card. See the drones firing there, which is good. They're going to raise shields in the firing. Well, I'll do that. I'll do maybe that and move over, and then the shield drones. So that should be dead now because each of my shield, the drones do 2 damage. I found upgrading them to do extra damage is just the way to go. Anyway, repair kit again. Now we have a rare card of a rock factory. Launches 1 asteroid at the start of every turn. Oh. So every turn it's going to launch an asteroid. That seems really good, but that could also blow up our own drones. I'll pick it up anyway, just as a matter of course. Wave control, gain 3 drone shift on the first turn. Excellent. Jet thrusters, gain 2 evade on the first turn. An armoured bay, on pickup, your missile bay gains armour, and that reduces damage by 1. I think we're going to go with jet thrusters. Okay, let's go ahead and, hey, can I get you anything? We can repair the hull. We've only taken 1 damage. Upgrade a card. And we're going to upgrade the repair kit. We can either get 4 spaces to the right. It would launch it, though. Interesting. Or we could say repair kit A, which is to make it cheaper. Here, hand cannon, maybe. I don't know. Shield Surge B is good because that gives us in shield capacity increased. So we only have a capacity of, I think, 3 or 4. I'm going to go with stun. You could get temporary shield or double stun. Oh, let's go with the hand cannon. Let's go with the big gun. Neat. Okay, so we've got a boss, which is this crystalline entity. And, yeah, this is something you always face, and it is sort of tied to the story as far as I can tell. Well, we might as well just do draw shot. We're going to go with a... Oh, do we really want to go with Rock Factory? I don't think I do, but I am going to play it out of interest. It might be useful. So there's the rock, and it is not really that useful because it's gonna... I can't launch a drone. I can definitely shift somewhere else. But I won't really be able to fire. How much does this heal? Heals for 2. Okay, well I'm gonna shift over to the over to there. Yes, drone comes out, and if I fire the repair kit, it will hit that asteroid and blow it up. Yes, we're gonna have to just... We're going to have to go there and launch that. And that should be destroyed when my rock gets launched. Sadly, we are going to take some damage. There we go. And then we launch the asteroid, which hits that. Oh, we could do 8 damage. Oh, we're so doing that. Boom. It's going to fire back. It'll cause 1 damage, but we've got a temporary shield, and our drone will fire and then get destroyed. So... Not the end of the world. There's another rock that's come out. what we're going to do now is stun charge, draw shot to get rid of that. And we haven't got enough maneuvering to get out of the way. However, what we can do... I think I'm just going to... no, I could do... Oh, I'm going to do parallel shift. That shifts everything to the right, and then we can use one more to shift to the right further, and then we'll do a shot. Okay, so it's at half health, so that's fine. And there's another rock. What we'll do is we'll shift ourselves to the left. Drone will come out. I should have shot first, but actually, no, shield. Shield will be fine. Shield will be fine. And there we go. The rock, the rock factory blew that up. Okay, again, one of the neat things about the game is that some things like that rock thing, I just no, I can't seem to get away with it. However, every time we destroy, because of the graveyard recycler, gravel recycler, every time we destroy an asteroid, we gain a temporary shield. So there's some synergy there that I didn't realise at the start. Interesting. Okay, we're going to get attacked off this. And, well, it's going to be scramble to there, isn't it? It's going to be just shoot it and stun it and end the turn. Oh, that's a bit more damage than I'd like to take. I think we'll just shield up and fire, and we won't take any damage at all. There we are. Another rock comes out. We're going to shift over there. We're going to launch that, and we're going to fire, and we're going to fire again. And then it's on 2 health, and it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, let's just fire the main gun, and job done. So, fairly standard there. We are going to get additional 2 max hull and a bit of repair. We now have 3 cards, all rare. We have a energy drone, which is launch a drone, and it fires back to us a beam of energy to give us 1 energy. We have a think twice, which is basically discard all cards and redraw. That's like a reset your deck if it's useless, but it doesn't stay in your hand. And a shield gun. Okay, it says so X equals to shield, and it will attack based on your shield value. Okay, so we've seen the artifact before about they do more damage. Let's pick up the shield gun. We have... oh, well, hang on. I thought it was the one there. So we've got Warp Mastery, which is Warp Mastery replaces Warp Prep, which is what we've had from the start, which gives us 1 shield and 1 evade. Warp Mastery gives us 3 shield and 3 evade, so just a really good starting thing for every fight. Shield Burst, every time you gain any shield, gain a temporary shield, that's really good. And Dirty Engines, gain extra energy every turn, add a trash card to your draw pile. Oh, which is just... it just clutters up your deck. Okay. It has to be Warp Mastery. This is Brooks. Hey guys, you're killing out there, and by it I mean the big crystal monster. Always nice to meet the fans. Yeah, I've been writing down the crystal facts. Like, for example, did you know that if you step on one of them barefoot, it really hurts? Wow, that's crazy. Who would have thought? And then over to the next area. And there are 3 areas in total, and eventually you will fight off, well, the big thing, and then more story unlocks, but I don't really want to spoil too much more than that. Anyway, that has been a brief look at Cobalt Core. As I said at the start, I played the demo almost reluctantly, because I looked at it, and the actual art style was something I think it was fine, but it wasn't... I prefer more like an industrial type of thing. I think I was just looking at it and going, oh, it's not like FTL, which is a very lofty thing to aspire to. But anyway, yes, I went, oh, go on, then I'll give it a go. And mechanically, I thought it was amazing. And, well, this has not disappointed in the slightest. If you are at all interested in, as I said, FTL, Slay the Spire, deck building, anything like that, then I would urge you to give this a go. It uses a lot of previously seen mechanics, but it just feels overwhelmingly fresh. I love the maneuvering system. I like the variation in the artifacts that you can pick up. I've had 2 runs in this ship, specifically with this crew, and both times they were completely different because of the cards I picked up, the artifacts, and, well, the ship was shuffled around in some way that, like, the layout was different, so the gun was, like, over one side and the drone was on the other, and it just played differently. I went full maneuverability on one playthrough. I've been with shields on the other, and there's just a lot to like here, and I hope it finds its audience. I really, really do. It feels like one of those games that, at time of recording anyway, it has been played, but I think it's just one of those things that just seems to deserve more attention, and I hope it gets it. Either way, I'm going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Cobalt Core. If you have any tips, comments, suggestions, leave them in the comments. If you want to see more, by all means, let me know. I will be playing more. This is a game that I'm going to play for basically till completion. I don't, unless there's a spanner in the works, I don't have any doubt about that one. Either way, hope you have enjoyed this look at Cobalt Core. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.